Text, yes, sir. Yes, sir. 12 is finished. 12 is finished. Chapter 9, Shloka 12 finished, Prabhuji.
From 13th onwards, Prabhuji.
13th onwards, I have to read.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Let me, one second. Let me read among myself. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayate Nastaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Girim Yatkripa Tamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Shri Chaitanyameshwaram Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshuramritamena Tasme Shri Guruve Namah Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyate Shatarni Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Tassat. Hare Krishna. Continue reading, Mataji.
Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Text Srimad Bhagavatam 1.9.13. Samastite tirate pandau rita bala prajavadu yushmat krite bahim kleshan prapta tokavati muhu. Translation. As far as my daughter-in-law Kunti is concerned, upon the great General Pandu's death, she became a widow with many children, and therefore she suffered greatly. And when you were grown up, she suffered a great deal also because of your actions. Purport: the sufferings of Kunti Devi are doubly lamented. She suffered greatly because of early widowhood and to get her minor children brought up in the royal family. And when her children were grown up, she continued to suffer because of her son's action. So her sufferings continued. This means that she was destined to suffer by providence, and this one has to tolerate without being disturbed. So, should I read Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also, Prabhuji?
No.
So, Hare Krishna, from what I understood is, Kunti Devi has suffered a lot in her life. She, from the beginning itself, when she was married to Pandu, they went to the forest. Pandu couldn't get, first she got the boon of Durvasa Muni. She had to leave the child Karna because she got it as a boon and she couldn't take up, she was not married. Second, after marriage also, she had to pray to the gods to get her children. Then early she got widowed, and she had to look her sister and the other Madri's children also, and her kids also. 5 kids she had to look when she was young and widowed. Her, she didn't have a husband, and there also so many. There also. There also. There also. There also she had to face that her son Bhima was poisoned, and so many things these Kauravas did when they were small also. And later that Lakshagraha also, they tried to burn the full family. Then later when these people grew up and Yudhishthira lost all the kingdom because of playing gambling. So many, and again they had to go to the forest. So she has seen suffering all throughout. Still we human beings, if, in fact, if we see suffering for 5 6 days, we lose all hope. But she is such a devotee, strong devotee of Lord. She told in the previous chapter we have seen, she tells Krishna that let this suffering keep on coming. I'm so glad to accept it, because always you come to help us when we are suffering. So I get to see you again and again. So she is She shows the real characteristics of a devotee. The devotee will take whether sorrow, as Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, sorrow, happiness, honor, dishonor, loss, gain, all these people, all these things, whenever it comes, a Sthita Pragya will not get disturbed. Means a man whose mind is concentrated on Krishna's feet, he will not get disturbed. But we conditioned and material souls, we get enough. If rain doesn't come for 3 4 days, we like, oh, water hasn't come, this is not happening. If little bit more rain comes, oh, the roads are flooding. We get even small natural things also, we get disturbed. So this shows that Kunti was a really true devotee. Even throughout her life, she has suffered. But never once she has complained that, oh Lord Krishna, why so much suffering? Why you have done this? Why you have done that? She is so happily accepted it as a God's gift. So this shows that she is truly a great devotee, and possessing a mind and heart like her is really, really shows her mercy of Krishna and her Krishna consciousness. That's what I understood, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Yeah. So basically, Kunti Maharani has gone through the suffering. Bhishma Dev is actually remembering how Kunti is his daughter-in-law, how she has gone through it. So as a the practice devotees, we'll also have difficulties. Sufferings or difficulties keep coming because we are in this material world. Dukkha Shashvata, Krishna himself says. So there's no choice. We'll have to go through it. That's why Acharya is saying pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Pain will be there, but should we think about and lament and suffer? That's a difference, right? I'm going through the pain is different. I'm suffering is different. Pain, suppose something happened or somebody hit me. I will have pain for some time, but thinking about it, always lamenting for lifelong is a suffering. Pain may go, but suffering may not go. So that's why suffering is optional. I should have a decision. How do I face that? That's why Prabhupada is saying that Kunti Maharani's suffering continued, but she always remembered Krishna. She never forget Krishna. So as Shruti Mata said, Kunti Maharani always requested Krishna, give me more difficulties so that I can remember you. If I remember you, I go back to Krishna. That was her ultimate desire. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti writes, what was suffering? This verse describes it. Being alone with young children causes much suffering. Though you are now grown up, she underwent great suffering with you all as a young child. That's what Vishwanath Chakravarti writes. Okay, read the next talk.
Prabhuji, it's me only to read. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Text Srimad Bhagavatam 1.9.14. Sarvam kala kritam manye bhavatam chayat apriyam safalo yad vasiloko vayur iva ganavali. Translation. In my opinion, this is all due to inevitable time, under whose control everyone in every planet is carried, just as the clouds are carried by the wind. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Purport: there is control by time all over the space within the universe, as there is control by time all over the planets. All the big, gigantic planets, including the sun, are being controlled by the force of air, as the clouds are carried by the force of air. Similarly, the inevitable Kala or time controls even the action of the air and other elements. Everything, therefore, is controlled by the Supreme Kala, a forceful representative of the Lord within the material world. Thus, Yudhishthira should not be sorry for the inconceivable action of time. Everyone has to bear the actions and reactions of time as long as one is within the condition of the material world. Yudhishthira should not think that he had committed sins in his previous birth and is suffering the consequences. Even the most pious has to suffer the condition of material nature. But a pious man is faithful to the Lord, for he is guided by the bona fide Brahmana and Vaishnava, following the religious principle. These three guiding principles should be the aim of life. One should not be disturbed by the tricks of eternal time. Even the great controller of the universe, Brahmaji, is also under the control of that time. Therefore, one should not grudge being thus controlled by time, despite being a true follower of religious principles. So this is a little bit tough, but what I understood, I'll try to tell Prabhuji. See, everything over here is controlled by the Kala or time. So here the Bhishma tells that what happens is like Kala is not under our control. So you don't feel bad. Do not tells Yudhishthira, do not feel lament that because of your previous janmas actions maybe you had to suffer so much in this janma, because it is also told that three types of losses are irreversible. One is in a young age, when a wife or a husband loses a wife. Second thing is when the young small kids lose their father or mother. So Yudhishthira and his brothers have lost their father in a very young age. They didn't have a father figure to guide them at that young age, so they have undergone that loss. Then they lost, then they saw that how they got cheated, their wife was humiliated. So many things happened, but here he tells that Bhishma tells that just like the every under every controls everything, just like the clouds are carried by the wind. So clouds like are carried by the wind. Some places they pour, some places they don't pour. So like that only here, you don't lament for that. I know you, whatever pain you have undergone is too much, but you shouldn't worry about that. And everyone has to, nobody is when we are born in this material world, this is dukkhalam ashwashvat, everyone has to undergo whatever has been written in this material world, the painful cycle, because this is a world of pain, and we know that janma mrityu jara vyadhi, all this comes in this material world only. So even Brahmaji, or for that purpose we can see that even Krishna's parents had to be in jail for so many years before Krishna went and rescued them. So every person born in this world has to undergo some or the other pain. Huh? So ultimately, only when we reach the abode of Lord Krishna, finally, then only we can come out of this painful cycle of birth, death, and all what sorrows we undergo in this world. So that's what Bhishma Deva is consoling Yudhishthira for all this miseries he has undergone. That's what I understood, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji. So Bhishma Dev talking about whatever happened is because of time, Kala. Kala is nothing but Krishna. Kala Krishna himself says Kala was me. So in our life also, Kala is there. Everybody's time is clicking. Every second we are gone. The time in the bus stops. Each one's life, our time, the expiry date is there. We are fast approaching. Many times we don't even know how the time is coming, how the time goes. So here Bhishmadev is saying, whatever Kunti Maharani has suffered, it's not, or Yudhishthira is going through difficulties, it is not because of your past karma. It is the Kala. Kala is nothing but Krishna's sweet will. So sometimes people may ask, why Krishna has to give suffering to his so pure devotees? Like Kunti Maharani and Pandavas were very, very close devotees of Lord. Why he had to give difficulties to them? He could have kept them happy, right? So the understanding is that Krishna, to teach others, he may give difficulty to his own pure devotees. Because one thing, others cannot take the pressure. They may not even realize it. They may not able to take the pressure or the punishment. So that's why he selects his devotees. So the devotees will know the how to take a pressure. For example, if you're somebody going to the gym, one who practiced for so many years, he can lift a higher weight, whereas a fresher cannot do that. Similarly, the practicing devotee can take any pressure, any difficulties for the sake of Krishna. So that's the point. That's why Prabhupada writes, therefore, the time is controlled by the Supreme Kala and a forcible representative of the Lord within the material world. Kala is so forcible, nobody can escape. That's why Acharya is saying that if Krishna is Hare Krishna. Sorry, got disconnected in between. How much devotees could hear me? Disconnected in between. So, what I was talking? Anyway, somebody can say.
That Kala is powerful and Krishna is only the Kala time. So here also Krishna's pure devotees can take whatever happens in their life. So Krishna gives difficulties to his pure devotees to show that they have got the strength to undergo any sort of devotee. They consider it as Krishna's mercy and take it gladly. That's what you are explaining, Prabhuji.
Prabhupada gives example like mother-in-law teaching her daughter-in-law by punishing or giving instruction to daughter. Because daughter-in-law newly married come the husband's house, she is not fully aware of what's happening. So mother-in-law, if chastises daughter-in-law, she will feel so bad. So what mother-in-law does? She chastises her own daughter. So indirectly, she is passing message to daughter-in-law. Similarly, Krishna punishes his own pure devotees or give difficulties to pure devotees so that others can see and understand. Yes, he is suffering. So what will be my fate? I should be very careful. So that's how he gives a lesson. And Prabhupada also says here, for a pious man, the three things, Lord, Brahmana, and Dharma, these three things are very important. In the previous verses, we studied how Yudhishthira was protected by Dharma, Brahmana, and the what do you call Lord, Dharma, and Brahmana. These things are the protection of Yudhishthira. So in our life also, we should always follow Dharma, dharmic way, and no adharma. There are punya karyas, at least okay, no papa karya at all. Punya also can be avoided so that we can go to transcendental activities, the Shuddha Sattva. But we should always worship Krishna, and we should always respect Brahmanas. Brahmanas who are following religious principles and teaching yajana patana, reading shastras and teaching. And finally, dharma. Dharma, everybody has to protect. Dharma and Brahmana and Krishna. These things are guiding factor. Prabhupada writes, one should not be disturbed by the tricks of eternal time. Time will go, everybody's life. Everybody, no one can escape time. There are jokes around. Somebody was telling a joke. There was a lady. She was very beautiful, young age. So becoming old, naturally beauty goes. So she started going to the beauty parlors so that makeup is done. So her the old age is not visible. So happened that still makeup is not going to work. She's become more old. Then she started praying to the Lord. Lord appeared. Lord appeared, said, my daughter, what do you want? She said, I don't want to die. I want to be like this. I want to be young like this. So please, I should not become old. Janma Mittu Jara Vyadi. I don't want to become old. Lord said, okay, tatastha. So now, since the Lord has given the boon, she removed all the makeup. She went out. She was from the hospital. She was crossing the road. A car came and hit. She died. Now she went to Yamatoka. And there she started asking, where is that Lord? I want to see him. He has given me the promise that I will not die. Now, how did I die? How did I came here? So Lord appeared there also. This lady started asking, my Lord, you given me promise that I will not die. But what happened? Why this happened? Then Lord said, yeah, so since you removed your makeup, I could not recognize when you come out. Of course, a joke it is. The point is that I can cheat anyone, but not Lord. So that external makeup is like I'm covering myself with the external things, which no way I can protect. That's why Prabhupada says one should not be disturbed by the tricks of eternal time. The Maya or trick, the time, we should not be get tricked. I may think that, oh, tomorrow is there. Why should I chant today? Tomorrow I'll chant. Today, one round, enough. Balance, let me see tomorrow. Why should I attend Bhagavatam? Why should I read Bhagavatam? Tomorrow I'll read. Next time I'll read. Next month I'll read. Next year I'll read. After retirement I'll read. But I don't know whether tomorrow will be there for me. Whether next month will be there for me. Next year will be there for me. That I don't know. The time is easily tricks us, takes away. So, ಇಂದಿನ ದಿನವೇ ಸುದಿನ ಅದು ನಾಳೆಗೆಂದರೆ ಬಲು ಕಠಿಣ. The Acharya says, today do the best thing. Chant the holy name nicely. Read Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and make our life perfect in this life itself. That too today. Don't wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I don't know tomorrow will come or not. Tomorrow is there or not. Very, very risky. So let's not take a risk. So today, the given opportunity, make use of it and take Krishna consciousness and go back to Krishna. So one of the acharyas saying that whatever best thing, you do it now. Don't wait for next moment also, because next moment may not be with me. The time is so precious. At the same time, it's not going to wait anyone for that matter. So this is the point we all should understand. What I am doing, how much time I have, but that time is wasted. It'll never come back. There was a sage. That sage had a lifetime that how many hairs are on his body, so many numbers of years he could live. And his body is full of hairs. We can make out the head to bottom, his body is full of hairs. And how many hairs are there? So many years of life he had. One day, his disciples were building a hut for him, ashrama, so that he can sit and meditate on the Lord. So when they start building, the sage came and, my dear disciples, what are you doing? They said, we are building an ashrama for you because very hot outside, to make you do comfortably do your dhyana, sadhana, japa, and meditation. Then he said, you are fool. You are wasting time. I am very limited time. I don't have much time. Please do not build an ashrama. Build any house for me. I am okay because I have very, very limited time. I love to go back to Krishna. Now, who is saying this very limited time? He has got a lifespan of how many hairs in his body? So many years. And he is saying, I have limited time. Whereas me, I don't even know next second is with me or not. And I'm thinking that I'm going to live eternally. All my actions, all my words shows that I'm not going to die. I'm eternally going to live. In Mahabharata, there's a pastime where maybe devotees will be knowing. When Yudhishthira asked Nakula Sahadeva, go and get water. They went to the pond to get water. There was a bird who said, answer my questions, then only you can touch the water. Nakula Sahadeva said, who are you? You are ordinary bird. Why should I answer your questions? They took the water and they were killed. Then Arjuna goes. Arjuna also did not bother to answer. He was killed. Then Bhima goes. Bhima also gets the same treatment. Then Yudhishthira goes. When Yudhishthira goes, same question was asked, Yudhishthira, answer my questions, then only you can touch the water. So they said, yes, tell me what is your questions. So that bird asked so many questions, hundreds of questions. Yudhishthira answered everything. And one of the question was that asked by that bird is that, what is that so surprising? Kim Ascharyam. What is that so surprising in this material world? Then Yudhishthira Maharaj say that my neighbor died, my uncle died, my father died, my friends are dying, but I think I'm not going to die. This is the greatest Ascharyam, the surprising thing. Yes, that bird said, yes, you got a wonderful answer. And that bird showed the real form, who was Yamadharmaraj, because Yudhishthira's father. Of course, after that, Nakula Sahadeva Bhima Arjuna was brought to life. The point I'm saying that time is so precious. Time management, how we are manage your time, how we can best utilize the time. We should learn. Prabhupada was such an excellent time manager. His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur or Bhakti Vinod Thakur, they were the excellent time manager. They had a routine schedule kept. What will happen, what time. Even Prabhupada's time also. What time will write, what time will take breakfast, what time will go for walk, what time Bhagavatam class. Everything is scheduled. So we as a practice devotees also, we should make schedule of time. We should make note of it. What all things I'm going to do and how I'm going to do. That's why one of the things we all should do is sadhana chart. We should write what time I woke up, how many rounds I chanted a morning. Did I do arati? Did I read anything? Did I hear in lectures? Write down so that I know the day and evening I can make out what did I do today? How did I spend time today? Did I invest my time for my future? Or did I waste my time? That's important. If I use for Krishna's service, reading Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, hearing about the Krishna and chanting the holy name, this is the investment. And anything else, WhatsApp, Facebook, newspaper, these are all, it's a waste of time. Yeah, I'm not saying those are practically required, they can consider, but as Maharaj avoided. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes that, what is the cause of our suffering? It cannot be said that since I do not see the either recent or old karma as a cause. Therefore, Bhishma speaks words of common people. So generally he said that prarabdha karma or my karma is a kind of a reason for my suffering. But Krishna talks about 5 topics in Krishna Bhagavad Gita. He talks about Jiva, who I am. He talks about Paramatma, who is Lord. He talks of Prakriti, how the Prakriti, Durga, managing the material activities. And he talks about Kala, time, and finally he talks about Karma. He says that you cannot change the first 4. You cannot change Atma, you cannot change Paramatma, you cannot change Prakriti, you cannot change time, but you can change Karma. Your karma can be changed. Your destiny can be changed. Your prarabdha karma can be changed some extent by devotion service. By performing a service to the Lord, my karma, my destiny can be changed. Chakravarti Thakur writes that, but time is simply a substrum of experience of happiness and distress, which are prarabdha karmas. Thus, when you say that time is a cause, time is acting as an assistant. Why do you want to say that clearly? Our suffering is our prarabdha karma resulting from our sins. So this is how Kunti Maharani is thinking that, but Bhishma Dev is saying, no, your suffering is not because of prarabdha karma, it's because of time. Yudhishthira was well known as a direct incarnation of Dharma. Yeah, he was the son of Yamadharmaraj. Shruti Maharaj said, Mataji said, how Kunti Maharani, before her marriage, got Karna. After that, with the mantra, she got Yudhishthira from Yamadharmaraj, Arjuna from Indra, and Bhima from Vayudeva. And Madri got Nakula Sahadeva from Ashwini Kumaras. This is how they got different kids from different devatas. But even then, Kunti Maharani had to go through the difficulties various reasons. That's why Bhishma Dev is kind of lamenting and expressing his, conviction towards Kunti Maharani. We'll stop here. Devotees can share your comments, realizations, or questions, if any. Please go ahead. Who want to start? Anyone from alphabetic? Asha Mataji, is it okay to talk or no? Who else there? Yeah. Lakshmi Mataji. Lakshmi Mataji, anything is there?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mataji.
Nothing, Prabhuji.
Okay. Archana Mataji. Anything? Any comments, questions?
Prabhuji. No, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Murali Prabhu. Mariappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Lot of lessons from this two texts, Prabhuji. Due to time is a very risky factor. Time is Krishna. I must realize I cannot take it for granted. And time always testifies and punishes. For me to learn from others. Others, if I can learn, I can safeguard dharma, karma, and time. I can cheat anybody, but not Lord. So that old lady story from the old ladies, this thing, I can understand. I should not try to cheat Lord. That is cheating myself only. And chanting should be timely and regular. Every activity of this thing should be well scheduled, and I should stick on to the schedule, and I must optimum utilize my timing in the best devotional services and the realization of Supreme Lord. And devotional services should be taken up as per my schedule, and I should not waste my time as far as possible. I should not postpone anything, because I must realize next moment is not in my control, and when I will be taken back, I don't know. Time wasted will never come back, and I must realize I'm always in the illusion. So I must realize that, and I should not waste my time again and again. I can't change anything like Prakriti, Paramatma, and time, but I can change my karma by optimum utilizing my time. So here, everywhere, the time is being the crucial this thing of time is highlighted. So I must realize and optimum utilize my left out life in the best possible devotional services. Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, Samapti Mataji, want to say anything?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, actually, I joined in between the class 9:15 like that. Okay. So, no, I understood, Prabhu. How much I listened, I understood. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Sridevi Mataji, anything want to say?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandot Pranam.
Okay.
So, about Kunti Maharani, the whole life she suffered. from the beginning, she was suffering only. That is because of her prarabdha karma. In the early age only, she was widowed. Like you said, she got 5 children from 5 different things. She suffered. The children also were suffered. Pandu Maharaju, he died early. In spite of all that sufferings, she still asked Krishna for suffering because she's such a great devotee. So she asked Krishna for suffering so that she can always remember Krishna and she can always pray to Krishna and do devotional service to Krishna. So she, in spite of her so much of suffering, she asked even more and more suffering to be in devotional service with Krishna. So such a great devotee is Kunti Maharani. And about the second verse, second text 14 talks about Kala. Kala is time and time is Krishna. So the time is controlled by Krishna, and we should not waste even a single minute. What Prabhuji said is, we should not waste even a single second, single minute. We should not waste. Because we are in this Krishna conscious line, we should always try to utilize our time maximum in devotional service only, reading scriptures, chanting, and doing all good things only. Because tomorrow we may tomorrow if we think that tomorrow we can do, day after tomorrow we can do, means we may not know tomorrow what happens, and if we are alive or we may die also, nothing is in our hand. Everything is in Krishna's hand. So utilize maximum time in devotional service, mainly chanting, reading scriptures, attending classes, and sadhu sangha. It is very, very important. Going to temple and meeting with our our devotees. So that way we can engage our time in all the nice, in good ways. In the devotional way, we can engage our. And one more thing, out of the 5 things, Prabhuji said, only one is one can be changed. Nothing can be changed. That is karma. Karma can be changed by devotional service and devotional line. Little bit of our prarabdha karma, it can be changed for some extent. That's what Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Actually, Bhishma Dev says that for Kunti Maharani, suffering is not because of prarabdha karma. It's only time. Time is connects to because of Krishna's will. So the prarabdha karma doesn't work for pure devotees. Karma will not touch pure devotees. So that's not because of that. That's what Bhishma Dev is saying. Yeah. Who else? Shankar Prabhu, want to say anything?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I can see the urgency for the practicing sadhakas, so that they should always be attentive in all the spiritual progress, starting from chanting, reading the scriptures, listening to the lectures, everything. So I was very much that Rishi, who had the lifetime of a number of hairs on his body, he himself had the urgency that he may leave his body at any point of time. So we have started at a very, very late stage. Most of them might have started after 40s. So we had very, very limited time. So at least we can started from near to around 40. We should we should have that urgency, Prabhuji. That's it.
Yeah.
Can you know that name of that Rishi, Prabhuji? Who?
I forgot the name. It starts with the L, I believe. I can find out.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Sure. Anyone else? Ramesh Prabhu, want to say anything?
No problem. Please. Thank you.
Okay. So, anyway, did I miss anyone? Okay.
No problem. Everyone is.
Okay, then let's close it today. So, Vancha कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। ग्रंथराज भागवतम की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। Please, humble request, as much as circulate all the groups. Tell everybody to participate. Bhagavatam study is one of the best thing we cannot do that. Please inspire others. So let everybody gets the benefit of reading Bhagavatam, hearing, especially this Bhishma Dev passing away, Kuntimaran prayers. These are all the best things we can do. Please request as many people as possible to join. Hare Krishna. I'll end the
Hare
call.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.